Stocks are my main thing right now. Once I get into real estate, that's gonna be ill because what I want to do, I want the actually Julio has the same mindset as well. We want the ISO lawn and patio. We want that to fund our real estate ventures.
Yep.
So the company that we created, we want that to give us the money to put toward our real estate
Yep.
ventures, man. And
That's really good. A lot of, honestly, I'm pretty sure I've already told you this before, but like I heard one time I was listening to a podcast and this dude literally would just have a landscaping business on the side and he would just use it to fund other businesses all the time.
right,
And so like he would go and get the enough money and then like to start a business and then he would just like stop doing the landscaping and then he would just focus on that other thing.
yep,
And then whenever he needed more money, he would just go back to landscaping,
yep.
pick up some customers again, and then just go back. It's like it's a really good way to just keep funneling your money to something else.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. What are your goals for are you gonna do the similar style? You gonna use at some point you're gonna be the owner of the company and then have like your manager or supervisor or whatever, and then you can walk away a little bit to fund another company, or what do you want to do with that?
I think for this coming year,
Yep.
my goal would definitely be to hire a full time employee from beginning to end
Right.
for once, and not have it only be a couple months.
Yep.
So from beginning to end, I would love to hire a full time employee, and my goal would. I was going to ask you this.
Mhm.
So I didn't obviously hit my goal this year
Right.
for like my total amount I wanted to make.
Mhm.
Would it make sense to up my goal next year for next year? Or for this for next year, call it. Or do you think I should just keep the goal the same? So that way I can hit it, achieve that milestone, and then be.
Well, I look at things differently. I think milestones and goals completely different. I feel like goals should be somewhat obtainable, but also kind of too far to reach.
Yeah.
Because therefore it'll keep you striving. But the milestones, once you hit milestones, you are still achieving something, so you get that satisfaction along the way to your journey. That's somewhat out of the way.
Because I'm not really far off from my current goal, and
Right.
I think next year if I hire an employee, I'll probably get there easily.
I say double it.
I'm not doubling it.
I say double it, and then do the milestones.
I was thinking about adding like an additional like 20K on top of my this year's goal.
Yeah. I don't like to put things in a 1 year span because like if you don't hit that, then you'd be like, oh man, I didn't hit it. I'm thinking of the overall. I always think of overall like
Oh, if I'm thinking overall, I would love to have like a 250K a year business.
Well, then do it that, and then again like make your milestones something so that's along the way. One of your milestones is to hit 100K.
Yeah,
That's a milestone. You know what I'm saying?
well, then technically I've already 100K in a year would be the milestone. Or you're saying 100K total?
Right. No, well, yeah, in a year.
Because because if it was in a year, then I haven't hit it. But if it's in total, then I'm past that already.
Right.
But obviously, I'm talking about in total 100K a year would be a milestone. 250K, I think at running $250,000 to $300,000 a year business would be like perfect. I think I could hire a couple guys.
Yep.
And be able to do more of the estimates and things
Right.
like that,
Definitely.
and then have the people do the work.
Yep.
My ultimate goal is to build great systems. Like for this year, like build great systems. I've already been looking at another system to possibly get into.
You talk like a CRM? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at possibly doing another CRM this year if I get an employee and stuff like that. So I might switch over to that, depending on just it's more expensive and stuff. So it depends on a lot of things, but better systems, better training, and really really honing the skills of like becoming a leader for the future. That way, I want to be able to run a business that doesn't need me to be there all the time. And so if I can hire a good person and start from there, I think I'll be able to. So for this year, just hire at least one employee. Overall, 5-10 year goal would be doing at least 300K a year in business.
Yep.
Total before expenses and everything like that, just 300K top line, and have a few employees that are running stuff. And then at some point in there, I would like to start another business that I have an idea of,
Mm-hmm.
that we've
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
discussed.
yeah, yeah.
But that takes a lot of money to, yeah, exactly. That takes a lot of money to fund, and it's it's not going anywhere. You know,
Mhm.
I gotta learn that that business isn't going anywhere. If that idea, like, if someone else comes up with it first, like, unfortunately, like, I'm just not in the place to be able to do that right now.
Yep.
So it's all right, but I'm just gonna keep rolling with the punches and going with the landscaping and build that business up before I can focus on something else and build that. My another goal of mine is just make, yeah, just make money work for me
Yep.
and not have to work for the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's something that I think everybody should absolutely work on. Um, and essentially it comes down to like investing or owning 100% of your time, so therefore you can create opportunities in order to not have to be there, but figure out a way to generate more money for yourself or
Yep.
others. Um, so yeah, I think that's very important, and I think that's gonna be a full circle thing as well. I learned that from originally from Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, this when money works for you, that's why I went into stocks because like like I can get like a 8% average yearly like essentially like interest or like things on my stocks. I'm like, oh, let me try that out. And ever since I've been hooked. And again, like the easiest way, like how I look at it is like if something's gonna last 5 years, go for it.
Yep.
Invest into it. Or if you buy it yourself in person, so say I bought some Nikes or I bought a cardigan or like you know what I'm saying, like things like that. Invest into the company. You bought it yourself. You and with that said, even like a Microsoft or Activision, Microsoft ended up buying Activision. It's like Call of Duty.
Yep.
You're gonna know more of the facts without you actually having to research it because you are a part of that company
Yeah.
because you like it.
Yep.
So
So you already
therefore,
know.
like you got like, oh, I know every November like Call of Duty drops. So
Yep.
therefore, you're like, all right, let me buy some stocks before November, maybe September, October.
Yep.
Buy it, buy it, buy it. It's gonna spike in November or December.
Mm.
You know, if you
Yep.
know the company, you know when it's gonna fluctuate, when it's gonna downfall, when it's gonna
You gotta
if
know
there's a
things
bad
like that.
update, you know it's gonna plummet. Like all these things play a part, and if you buy it yourself, you're gonna be more apted to know what's gonna happen without having to do the research for it.
That's true.
So I say do that,
Yep.
do that.
That's true.
Stocks are great.
I
I
like
think I'm
that.
gonna do a section like my pick of the day or the pick of the week kind of thing for stocks. The
Yep.
things I've been picking because I like my numbers, and in reality, like I feel like if I'm gonna have to be on it if I were to introduce like my input to other people. So like like
So
I
you
feel like
want
you
to
have
go?
to be on my game.
Yeah.
Like because I
And that's where mastering the craft of just
absolutely absolutely.
back to ISO lawn and patio.
ISO lawn and patio. Okay, so some of my goals for next year. I think these ones for next year. So I want to get I think we did about 10K this year, first year startup.
Profit or top line?
Well, technically, like nothing. It's probably ES top, I guess, because we reinvested all of it back in the company. We didn't take money home ourselves.
Yeah. So just call
It's
it
top.
top line, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So we did probably like 10K. We didn't do any
Nice.
like advertisement or we didn't even really do any like door to door knocking or anything like that. Like
Yep.
we didn't really put ourselves out there. It's actually a lot of it was you. So thank you so much, man.
Of course. Glad I
Appreciate
could
you.
help.
Appreciate you.
Where's my commission? No, I'm just
Right here, like this YouTube. Hello. So next year I want to get. No, I want to do more than double, like a 2.5, 2.5 times the amount. I want to try to
top
get
line.
yeah top line
yeah.
25,000. Um,
I think it's an achievable goal.
yeah, I think it's very achievable as well. You know, it's just like a lot of things, moving parts that like I hope to get it because like I have the kid on the way, so I have a lot of goals that I'd like to meet. But again, this is like about a 10-15 year plan that I have, correlated um in the plans. So we'll see what happens. So next year, hope to get 25K, which would be 2.5 times again more than our previous year. In order to do that, we're gonna try to advertise more. Um, something I'll say off camera as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we want to advertise more and then do like more things on like so we can come up on Google and whatnot.
Yep.
You know, we want to gain at least just 20 frequent loyal customers who they try to do like all of our services.
Yep.
You know, it could be like the whole mulching,
Mowing things like
lawn
that.
renovations, cleanups, spring and fall, things like that. So I want to try to get like 20 that can do like all around
Mm-hmm.
kind of things, which I feel like that could be pretty pretty attainable as well.
Yep.
So I think that to do that, we can also do like a little, 5-10% off, whatever. Like, oh, if you refer, one of your friends, it's like it'll be like incentive for them to on their next thing, even if they want us anyways. And it'll be more incentive. They'll be like, oh yeah, let me tell my friend. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna probably do that anyways, but
Yep.
it'll look good. And they're like, oh, I'm saving 10%. Like, oh
Yep.
yeah, I'm saving like $20. Like,
Yep.
whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I'm gonna do that. Another thing. This is gonna be more in the future. I want to hire employees, so I want a manager, or supervisor of the, or floor manager, like whatever you want to call them, like the one that runs the company for us, like the main foreman. I suppose. While either Julio and I are not able to go on the jobs,
Yep.
so we can do like the whole, like you said earlier, like we can do the whole um
Estimates and stuff
yeah,
like that.
thank you. Wow.
It's
So
okay. Sometimes
yeah.
that word comes out of my head too. Sometimes.
Yeah, so we can do estimates behind the doors, and so we can potentially feed the employees and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like make sure like they have constant work for them. Make sure everyone's fed, everyone takes care of their family. If
Yep.
this is their main source of or even if it's a side thing for them, like we want to make sure that obviously like the company grows, that we able to take some of the money home for us as well,
Yep.
and yeah, get back to the employees as well. You know what I'm saying? So we want to we want to hire the manager, the foreman, laborers, things of that nature.
Yep.
That's the future. I'm thinking about another four, between 3 and 5 years with that one
That's
for
usually
us.
about where that could probably happen.
Yeah,
Some
it's
people
just
are
a
sooner
number,
than
but
that. Some people are later than that. But it's all just
right.
depending on where you want to, what you like, how you put into it and stuff like that.
Yep. I just feel like right now, because like technically this is our side hustle, it's not our main hustle.
Yeah,
But once that changes, like
it'll be faster.
yeah, for sure. When I have to like legit rely on this, and then like my side hustles are flip
Stocks
flops,
and stuff
where
like
it's
that.
like yeah. That's gonna be a different monster. Then I'm gonna have to go full fledged, and
It's
I have to figure it out because it's my
It,
main
and,
thing.
and it figure and it honestly figures itself out, and that's kind of what I've noticed
Mm.
and when I started mine and stuff like that. One of the best benefits I have to say about starting my own business when I did was I got no kids.
Yep.
I've always had shitty paying jobs, so
Okay.
pretty much
Okay.
my standard of what I needed to make to be able to afford like my bills plus the business making money
hmm
has always been pretty low.
Gotcha.
Um, which because I find like a lot of people who'll be like, oh, they own like I've heard a guy before, he like owned a tree business or started a tree company, and like firewood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he was working a job where he was making 100 plus a year.
Mm.
So he's just like, I have to make this much per year in order to leave my job to go make my side hustle full time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so hard. Like, how can you like? It's achievable,
Yep.
but it's like you're talking like years in the making. And how at 100K a year, how can you put in enough time or set a price high enough where people are where you can do this on the side and just weekends only and just after work to make that 100
Yeah.
grand a year. You know
True.
what I mean? Like
True. I never
that's
even thought of that.
you got
Yeah.
to think about like the
Yeah.
timing around it. Like,
Right. Right.
but if you're only making like under 40 grand a year, like I could I could jump and I could make the jump and work a part time job and it'll even itself out. And that's kind of
Yep.
what I've always done is I've always just like I started off with my business. I worked a full time job for a little while. Then they screwed me, so then I left. And then I just kind of would pick up a part time job, and the
hmm
part time job plus me starting my business equaled out to what I would make at a full time job. a
Right.
shitty paying full-time job.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about like your 16, 17 bucks an hour, like
Yep, yep.
full-time job. So it's like, I'm glad I never went through the experience of like having somebody pay me so much money.
Hmm.
Although I always wish I was there. I'm glad. I think it always stayed that way for a reason. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think once you start shoving money in people's faces to work for you,
Hmm.
it's kind of hard for them to want to leave and go do their own thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You know.
Yeah, I was about to say like 100%.
I think regardless, even if you said, "Hey, I want $3,"
Yeah.
and they would have been like, "No, but I'll
Hmm.
give you $1.50," you would have been like, "How about two?" And then they would have been like, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
Yeah.
I think it was just like, I think you got scared, which no, I would too in that same position.
Yeah.
So you go with the number that you know they'll say yes to,
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of
That's
trying to put
facts.
out a negotiation in there.
Yeah, yeah,
My,
that we knew that for sure because of estimates. We knew that with estimates, and we're like, you're
yeah,
like, we could have went.
yeah.
They said easily, so easily to the
So
thing, and
quick,
I was like, yo, I'm scared to even put this out.
yeah,
And they're
and then
like, oh
also
yeah,
be like,
fine.
yeah,
When are you
yeah.
gonna be here? Like, ah,
Dude, I've been doing that, and now I try to price for the no.
yeah,
And then I'll
yeah.
be like, well, what would you pay for this? And trying to
Mm,
gauge the market for where I can be with certain things.
I like that. I like that. It's
Because
still
I don't want to gouge people, but I also want to gauge the market to see what people are willing to pay for like the type of work I offer and the type of area that I'm in.
yep,
Because nobody else is going to tell me their prices.
true.
The only way I can find out other people's prices is if, oh, this person gave me an estimate and they were at this number.
Right,
I can't
right.
go to any other landscaper and they're gonna be like, yeah, this is how much I charge. This is what I make. This is,
Yeah. So I got another note here, and what I got for the Isolana patio, which is the landscaping company that Julio and I created. Johnny over here, super knowledgeable with his own company as well. You know, Chavez,
Shav's lawn care.
Chavez lawn care. You know, I'm saying landscape my accent. Ah, yeah, you just said it. But yeah, he's super knowledgeable. So like, it's great because I'm super heavy on like the investing side. He's definitely a lot more involved in the entrepreneurial side, which is great. So we bounce ideas all the time off each other, and when we come here together, while we're discussing things, we're learning things, and then
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is great because like now you guys get to learn. If you guys are beginners or even like intermediate or like legit professionals, like I feel like you have a thing
always learn.
yeah, absolutely. Because in reality, like kind of like our last thing we were talking about, like we don't want to be the best kind of thing because like at that point, like uh, the mindset behind like being the best means you already know everything. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Every little win's a great win.
Yep.
Every
That's
win's a win.
that's the Dave Ramsey thing with the
Yeah,
snowball effect.
yeah.
The way you line them
Shout to
up, you
Dave
cross that other
Ramsey.
one off, bam.
That's it, man.
Puts you on a. It's me and Olivia, right? Like that's our goals right now. Is we're investing in ourselves by paying off our bills to make more money to have our expenses have our income be more than our expenses by taking away our expenses.
Yep.
Because the
Absolutely.
fastest way you can increase your income is just by getting rid of expenses, which is paying off credit cards,
Yep.
cars, shit like that.
Debt.
Yeah.
Yep. That's 100%. I've been watching a lot of videos of that lately. I actually joined the Discord for Mark, the one that I shared the video to, the older
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Mark, god damn, I forgot his last name. I'm sorry, Mark. Sorry, Mark, but you definitely
Yeah.
influential in my progress with investing. I joined your Discord with the $2,000 2K challenge, and
Oh.
I joined the Discord, and it's a lot of crazy, great information in there, man.
Oh, I'm
It's
gonna have to try.
amazing.
I don't know what Discord is.
man.
I'll have to figure that out. It's
Um.
an app. Or is it
Oh yeah.
Twitch?
Oh no. Yeah. Discord is an app. There was a pretty ill thing that Julio joined to. It was a Discord, and it was about streaming and stuff. So it was like a group that pretty much they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna stream at this time, so everybody go watch. So it helps people with their stream,
Oh.
watching and things
Yep.
like that. So it was like super tight knit group that was dope. Like, hey, I'm going live at 5 o'clock today. Everybody come watch that you can, and then people just they'll go. All of a sudden you have like 20 views, whatever, like at this current thing, and that can draw more views because people are like, oh, 20 views, like, oh, this person's
Yeah.
doing something, and
You
then
don't want
they
to be the only
watch,
one
and
watching. Yeah.
so it's pretty dope. So I feel like that's what this Discord is now. That it's more of like a community kind of thing where you can help each other
Yep.
essentially. It's like a another form of social media.
Oh, I
in a
like that.
sense.
I'm gonna have to download that app
Yes,
and check
yes,
that out.
sir.
I want to join that 2K one.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
did see something about that on his website or whatever.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It was the YouTube, and he put it in the description. I
Yep.
instantly went to it.
Yeah.
I was at work. I was like, yo, I had no
2K?
service. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I need service.
Yeah.
Like, refresh. Like, I want to know what he's doing.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching today's Passion, Tomorrow's Purpose.
Ooh, podcast.
Jonathan and
JP.
And this is our New Year's resolution goals for the next year and 10 to 15 years goals of what we're going to be accountability partners on.
Absolutely.
So we look forward to the future and hoping showing you guys what our goals do and completing them. And hopefully you guys can follow along and complete your goals with us. And thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.
Later.
See
Thank
ya.
you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I gotta stand up. My freaking legs.
Nice.
A little late on that one, but that's alright.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Sweat. Aye. Anyways. Damn. What was I gonna say? I was going. Oh yeah. It has nothing to do with nothing. I was going to talk about the whole drawing. Like I used to draw like the Pokemon. Like I used to create.
Oh
my
my
Pokemon.
god! Yeah.
I used to create its own stats. Its own like. Like oh yeah, this one got like a. Like laser eyes, like
Laser beam.
does 50 HP, like
Just draw your own Pokemon card out real quick. Oh my god, that's awesome.
You ever have the Game Boy, but it had the worm light?
Yeah, oh, the light.
Oh my,
yeah,
that was phenomenal,
dude. Back in the day when you needed a light to come off your Game Boy just to play it, because you couldn't see in the dark.
Yeah, bro.
Classic. Remember the printers and shit like that?
For Game Boy?
Yeah, you never seen like the camera with like the little printer and it'd print out paper and shit?
No.
Oh, dude, that shit was so cool. I don't know if maybe my brother or one of my neighbors had one, but it's like a video camera, and then like it connects to a printer off the Game Boy, so you could take like a selfie, but it just prints it out in like black and white and like very terribly like.
That's so it's like a Polaroid? Pretty
much. But like not a Polaroid. Dude, remember trading Pokemon? You'd have to hook up wires.
Yes.
You'd have to be with people.
That was kind of cool though.
That was awesome. Like, oh, I'll trade you this one for that one. Okay, and then all of a sudden it's all deepy deep.
Yeah. At the Poke Center, I think, at the little computer, like. Yeah. Yeah, man. You can battle that way too, right?
Yeah, you'd have to be connected with the wire though. Yep.
That was
Pokemon, man.
Oh my god, that was the 90s.
Yeah. Early 2000s.
Yeah. That they integrated pretty much online, not really online, but like
connecting with other people playing.
With a singular device
to another
device.
Yeah. Because you gotta think PlayStation 2, PlayStation, Xbox original never had any of that.
They didn't. PlayStation had like you needed a broadband connection, which is like I think it's similar to like the satellite cable connection.
So it sucked anyways.
Right, like broadband, and like if you didn't have broadband, you can't get to the internet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like exclusive like internet provider. Like I had the DSL when I got that. I was like, I'm gonna play online. I'm like,
nope,
it's not where I even bought the adapter. Like just like a little thing you click in, almost like a Ethernet cable when you click it in.
Yep.
But it was like
had antennas
like a
on
box,
it and shit. Yeah.
And you click it in, and then you put the Ethernet in it.
Oh, that's weird.
But it was PS2.
Wow.
Or PS3. It's probably PS3.
Wow.
But didn't work because I needed broadband. I had DSL, so I'm like,
Jesus.
You really need the certain kind of internet.
Yep.
That's baloney.
Holy shit.
Good times though. Good times.
Good times for sure.
Okay. Here we go. Don't do that.
Sorry. ADHD, sorry.
Get your hands off the damn mic. Get your fucking move it. I want to try to get 25K. I think motherfucker. I think it's gonna be feasible. You know.